All right, now that we have our domain purchased, let's get to setting it up with some cool stuff. First things first, I'm going to check if it is live. So remember, it's ducks are cool, ducksarcool.website. And congratulations, your hosting account has been successfully created. So this is basically saying that it's ready to go. There's just nothing there yet. So how do I actually start doing stuff on the website? Well, you should receive like 3 emails or so from Namecheap. And one of them is going to be asking you to verify your email address with ICANN, and definitely do that. But the other thing that you're going to get has your hosting welcome guide for ducksarcool.website. It'll be just whatever your domain is. And this has some information about what you purchased. Remember, it's the value 4G package. And I purchased a domain from them. And the name of the server host name that is useful for other stuff that are out of the scope of this video. What you really are interested in is this information here, cPanel access. cPanel is it means control panel. It is a proprietary domain management software. It is a piece of software that allows users to interface with the back end of their domain and their hosting plan so that they can do things like install scripts, manage their email, manage files, create and edit databases, a plethora of all these various things that if you didn't have something like cPanel, then you would have to do everything through the terminal. That's a command line interface. This is what it looks like. So you would need to use something called SSH to interface with your web server and then use Linux commands like this. Did it make a directory? Anyway, if you want to go down that route, then it certainly is awesome. SSH is pretty cool, and it teaches you a lot about using computers. But for our purposes, we're going to use cPanel, and you'll be glad that we did. How do you get to cPanel? There are 2 different ways. You can go to this, which is the server host name /cPanel. That's if the website wasn't already up and running and working, but it is. So we're going to use ducksarcool.website /cPanel. So it's just your website /cPanel. And then it asks you for your username and password. The username and password are given to you it's usually something very similar to your to the website itself, or the username that you signed up to Namecheap with, and the cPanel password. But basically, you just copy these 2 things, input them in here, and hit login. Now, the very first thing that you want to do is go to your account settings and change your password to something that you'll remember. We'll have separate videos and lessons about what all this stuff actually does, like the file manager. If we wanted to put up our own just hard-coded HTML pages or whatever, then we use the file manager. If you wanted to create MySQL databases, you would use them back here. There's various tools for managing the domain itself, and email. You don't have to pay for a separate email package. The web hosting company just supplies a very simple email thing for you. So it's super simple. Honestly, just hit email accounts and then create a new one, and it shouldn't be too hard, but we will have a lesson on that. And various other stuff that we won't get into. But for the purpose of this lesson, we just want to get you up and running with a WordPress installation immediately. So the thing that you want is Softaculous App Installer. It'll be up here and then possibly somewhere else on the page if it's not up there. The Softaculous Installer. Softaculous is a script installer. Basically, it has all these software packages that allow you to just kind of click a button and have the software installed on your website. What we're interested in is WordPress, and for some reason Softaculous still doesn't put WordPress under the CMS category. It's actually under blogs, although WordPress is a content management system. That if we want to install WordPress, we're just going to press WordPress, install now. It's asking where we wanted to put it. I want this to be in the root of the domain, so I'm not going to put anything here. Site name, put whatever you want here. You can always change it in the WordPress settings. Your admin account is going to have, it's going to default with admin and pass. If you leave it like this, your site will get hacked within a matter of minutes. And I'm not kidding about that. It will literally take up to 20 minutes, but your site will be hacked because there are robots that crawl the web looking for WordPress installations. And since most WordPress installations have the same login URL, it goes to that and immediately inputs admin and pass. And that's where junk mail comes from. But so I'm just going to make this into, I'm not going to select any plugins or any special themes. I'm not going to mess around with the advanced options either. That's stuff that really isn't necessary for us right now. But I am going to ask it to email me the installation details. There was already an htaccess folder, so I'm just going to allow it to overwrite. And software has been installed successfully. Isn't that cool? WordPress is not hard to install manually, and in fact, I would definitely recommend you giving it a shot to do that. But just for the purposes of these new sped up labs, we want to do the script installer. So I'm going to go to ducksarcool.website and see what's there. And it's not yet. There we go. What I just did there was I did a hard reload. This was just, this was cached in my browser. And my browser didn't know that there was something new there, so I just had to, let's see, where's the reload button? If you hold down the shift key, then you'll see some other options come up. You can force reload this page. That means that your browser will dump its own cache and make a completely new request to the server. So there, at the beginning of a website. There's an accompanying video that explains what to do and how to actually log into your WordPress website. But for now, that was very quickly getting up and running with installing WordPress on your newly installed, newly purchased web domain.